The champagne flute shattered against the marble floor, exploding into 1,000 glittering shards that mirrored the chaos suddenly erupting in my chest. I stood there, frozen in the middle of the bustling party, as a stunning woman in a red sequined dress leaned in close, her perfume a cloying mix of jasmine and something sharper, like regret. "Since you're single," she purred, her hand brushing my arm. "Dance with me." Single? The word hit like a slap. I glanced around the crowded ballroom, searching for Elena, my wife of 8 years, but she was nowhere in sight. My heart pounded, a drumbeat of confusion. What the hell did she mean, single? I forced a polite smile, mumbling an excuse about needing air, and pushed through the throng of laughing guests. The party was at our friend Marcus's mansion, opulent chandeliers casting golden light over silk gowns and tailored suits, jazz music weaving through conversations like smoke. Elena had insisted we come. She'd been distant lately, buried in her phone or working late at the gallery. "It's good for networking," she'd said that morning, her eyes not quite meeting mine. I'd chalked it up to stress. Her art curator job was demanding, and I'd been pulling extra hours at the firm to save for that dream house in the suburbs. But now, that woman's words echoed, gnawing at the edges of my denial. I found Elena near the bar, laughing with a group of strangers. Her black dress hugged her curves, the one I bought her for our anniversary last year. She looked radiant, alive in a way she hadn't with me in months. As I approached, her laughter faded, replaced by a tight smile. "Hey, Alex, having fun?" she asked, her voice casual, but her hand trembled slightly on her glass. "Yeah, sure," I replied, forcing lightness. "Just some woman asked me to dance. Said something weird about me being single." I watched her face closely, searching for a flicker, anything. Her eyes widened for a split second before she recovered, waving it off with a chuckle. "Probably drunk. People say stupid things at parties." But her laugh was off, too high, too quick. Suspicion coiled in my gut like a snake, cold and insistent. Why didn't she seem surprised? Why wasn't she by my side like always? We'd met in college, two broke kids dreaming big. Elena with her fiery passion for art, me with my steady ambition in finance. We'd built a life together, weekend hikes, late-night talks, the kind of love that felt unbreakable. But lately the cracks had shown. She'd stopped wearing her wedding ring to avoid damaging it during installs, she'd said. Our bed felt colder, conversations shorter. I denied it, blamed myself for not being attentive enough. Maybe tonight was nothing, just paranoia. As the evening wore on, I couldn't shake it. I wandered the party, nursing a scotch, my eyes tracking Elena. She flitted from group to group, her smile bright, but I noticed how she lingered with one man, a tall guy with salt and pepper hair, probably mid-40s, in an expensive suit. He touched her arm lightly, and she didn't pull away. Jealousy flared, hot and ugly, but I tamped it down. Trust her, Alex. She's your wife. Needing a distraction, I stepped onto the terrace for fresh air. The night was crisp, stars piercing the sky like accusations. My phone buzzed, a text from an unknown number. Check her purse. Sorry. My breath caught. Who? Why? Heart racing, I deleted it, dismissing it as a prank. But doubt festered. Back inside, Elena was deep in conversation with that man again. I approached quietly, catching fragments. Can't keep this up forever. Her voice, low and urgent. His reply, just a little longer, love. Love? The word punched me in the stomach. Denial crumbled into anger. I confronted her in a quiet corner, away from the crowd. Who's that guy, Elena? My voice was steady, but inside I was shattering. She blinked, feigning confusion. What? Oh, that's Victor, a colleague from the gallery. We're discussing a new exhibit. Her eyes darted away, and I saw it, the lie, etched in the furrow of her brow. Bullshit, I whisper, my voice cracking. Why did that woman think I'm single? And that text? I pulled out my phone, but the message was gone. Wait, no, I deleted it. Stupid. Her face paled. What text? Alex, you're being paranoid. But her defensiveness fueled my suspicion. We argued in hushed tones, the party swirling around us like a mocking whirlwind. She denied everything, but her words rang hollow. I couldn't let it go. Later, when she excused herself to the bathroom, I did something I never thought I would. I slipped her phone from her purse. The passcode, our anniversary, still worked. Messages from V flooded the screen. Miss you already. Last night was incredible. When are you telling him? My world tilted. Photos too. Intimate, damning. Them together, laughing in a hotel room. Dates matching her late nights. Heartbreak crashed over me like a wave, drowning denial in raw pain. 8 years gone. I confronted her on the drive home, the car a pressure cooker of emotions. How long, Elena? Tears streamed down her face. 6 months. It just happened. You're always working, Alex. Victor makes me feel seen. Her words twisted the knife. Seen? I'd given everything. Sacrificed dreams for stability, for us. Anger boiled. And lying? Pretending we're fine. She sobbed. I didn't want to hurt you. But she had. Irreparably. At home, I packed a bag while she begged for forgiveness. We can fix this, she pleaded, her voice breaking. Part of me wanted to believe her, the part that remembered our vows, our love. But trust was ashes now. No, I said, my voice steady despite the storm inside. You chose this. I left that night, driving into the darkness, the city lights blurring through tears. The betrayal stung, a wound that would scar deep. Yet in the quiet miles, reflection crept in. Maybe I'd ignored the signs, too comfortable in our routine. Love isn't just enduring, it's fighting for each other. Elena's motivations, loneliness, excitement, were human, painfully so. But so was my heartbreak. Months later, I heard she'd moved in with Victor. Me, I rebuilt piece by piece. Therapy, new friends, a job that sparked joy. The party lingered as a turning point. That stranger's words the spark that ignited truth. Life goes on, scar but wiser. Trust, once broken, teaches you to guard your heart, but also to open it again, cautiously. In the end, betrayal doesn't define you. How you rise from it does.